up and running. Hopefully this is not something that forces you into the dual PC setup. I mean, yeah. Yeah. Try putting the old graphics card as well, use that just for OBS encoding. That would be clever. That would be very clever. 2 graphics cards in one PC, one for encoding, one for gaming. That would be very clever. I mean, at that point, I might as well just use the second PC. But that would be very clever. Right, let me try this again. One thing that might be worth setting up is separate config files for each client. Because that should help things out. When you do that, please make a vid. I've done it once upon a time in the past. I did it back in BFA for multi-boxing, but I can't off the top of my head remember exactly how it goes. But it's not that hard, I don't think. Now, options, graphics. These can just be down on 0, can't they? Let's be real. For whilst we have technical issues, we turn the base quality down to 0. And then once technical difficulties go away, we can start inching it up. What are we multi-boxing for? More efficient Mechanica farming, at least right now. It might be more, there might be more uses for it, such as concentration alts and stuff. What are these that keeps popping up? Deck of cards, fireworks, blackened dice, shiny trash cans. I need to tell Silver Dragon not to scan for all of those. Right, while I wait for Swigs to turn up, let me tweak a few little things. Such as I should have weak auras on, but we don't actually have the weak aura that I want, which is this one. There's probably a new version of that as well, isn't there? Customize those a little bit in a minute. Tallies up apparently. Right, let's see if everything goes horribly wrong now. I'm hoping not. I'm hoping things are less crashy this time. Now, we just killed Tally. The question is do these update with the fact that Tally is now killed? No. But it does show that Thwack has been killed. And it does also show that Slugger's been killed. So maybe this just doesn't update in real time, because it kind of doesn't know. Does it know if we do a reload? Yes, it knows when we do a reload. So at least it will mean that I can bounce between characters and quickly see which rares have been killed and which ones have not. So, like Nitro, for example, is still one we need to kill. See, this is the problem. I'm still it's more efficient. I mean, it's technically 5 times as efficient as it was me doing this yesterday, minus the fact that I have to kind of camp for the rares, which is slightly annoying. Scrap Chewer's up. That is one thing I could do with all of them. I could take them all to one of the rares, summon it, kill it, the weekly ones. Scrap Chewer's going to be an annoying one, though, isn't it? Because does the heaps get you close enough? I'm going to try and do a Scrap Chewer kill, see if that's if we can fly them over to Scrap Chewer. Do a Scrap Chewer kill. Group Sync has spotted Candy. I'm not overly fond about flying them all everywhere, to be honest, but, you know, we test. No, I can drive ass over here.
break time?
Because even a Scraptura kill on all of them is worth doing. Since it's a weekly. Big percentage. The question is can I kill Scraptura solo? Although, that said, I've never really had a problem with summoning this and not having 50 people coming and killing it. That's a problem in the future, but not today, really. Create a macro to invite everybody in the community. That way you can just scout multiple shards at the same time. Yeah, my big problem is that all of these characters, all of my ults are all on the same server. Which is where my significant lack in efficiency is going to come from this. That I can't easily spread out. Because none of my characters are spread out. But that is something on the list to maybe fix. But we'll see how we go. Because I can break it up a little bit, you know. Like, for example, if these guys get credit for killing Scraptura, and more importantly get loot for killing Scraptura, that's something I probably should double check. That, even just me killing it multiple times, log these guys off, bring the next team in, kill Scraptura again, do the same thing. That in kind of... That's worth bringing all of these characters out for. To do, like, Scraptura multiple times in one sitting. Because what would it be? 6 times 5, 30 kills or something? Sent you my rotation, mostly sticking to the flight paths. Oh, okay, cool. I love a paint drawing. I love me a paint drawing. So we're hitting up Flyboy. Flyboy, then Bomb Dude, then down to Candy, VV, the Dark Flame Dude, HS. Oh, and then Hearthstoning, I guess, is the. I see. Yeah. I'm with you. That makes sense. Excuse the paint. Love a paint drawing. Nothing beats a paint drawing. Got mostly Vulpiras, so they have the camp set up over to the heaps. Yeah, none of mine are Vulpiras. All of mine are like goblins or humans, so... You know, that's one of those hindsight situations which is not going to change anytime soon, but... So now what I realistically want is to not be in combat. But realistically now, I want to kill Vivi and Candy.
This propaganda's not gonna spread itself.
That would be the nice situation.
Why don't you?
How can I take a team of 5 and hop shards with them without them actually being on? I don't know. I need one of the accounts that has... Well, okay, here's a possibility. I do technically have one of the accounts where I have lots of level 10s all over the place, just not 70s. I don't know. I need to adjust the rare scan options on these dudes a little bit as well, I think. Right, I'm going to wait for a VV while I try a couple of things out. I need a /reload macro. I'm probably going to regret taking all these buttons off the bars at some point. But for now, it's fine. Now that's interesting. None of these seem to actually show credit for Scrap Chewer. So I'm not sure if them lurking by the flight path for Scrap Chewer is actually enough. They might need to actually travel over there a little bit. Which is one of those things that you live and you learn. You figure this stuff out as you go along. They're all going to need a long boy. He's not called Long Boy, is he? What's he called? Can you search for Bruto? You can. A little bit of downtime whilst we wait for the rares is not too problematic at the moment, whilst we've clearly got lots of things to set up on each of the teams, but so yeah. So even though we've killed Thwack, Tally and Slugger, there's only one male that's come through, which is also slightly problematic. Same here. Same here. Yeah, they've all only got credit for one of the kills, even though they're tagged as having 3 of them dead. Now, does that mean they either just didn't get anything to... That seems wrong. There seems like they were maybe too far away. Something there's not happy. Oh no, hang on, they're getting... Oh, well, I don't know. Flyboy's popped up. Just got the Gallywix mount in the mail. Guess I forgot to loot on a character this week. Nice. GG. Yeah, I need to figure out why they're not getting all of the items that I think they should be getting. Or are they all... Is it all being bundled? Yeah, there's two separate things there, so maybe they get bundled. It probably is them getting bundled, actually, because not until they log out will they go to the mailbox, because they'll still technically be on the mob for a while. I think is how the loot rules work with this sort of thing. Mail delays maybe 15 minutes or so, so every now and then a random character will miss a random rare. Oh, I see, okay, yeah. Yeah, that starts to make a little bit more sense. How am I going to get around the... How am I going to get around this sitting and waiting for them? Maybe the weekly... well, maybe Vivi and Candy I ignore completely, because they're daily and they don't really account for much. Flyboy's worth taking down. Flyboy's worth taking down and is worth taking a team over there for, because these are weekly. Otherwise, the 4 in the hotel is really the only ones I need to pay attention to. Okay. Right, I'm here now on these, so I am going to kill at least one of them. What am I doing with the accounts? Just optimizing my Mechanica farm a bit, or at least attempting to, having a bit of a play, really. Alright, Candy's up, for example. I don't do the weeklies on stream for the same reason. It tends to be a lot of AFK time. I'm usually just editing or something when I do it. Yeah, this is my thoughts, that for me at least, with having all my tunes on one character, there's going to be nothing but a lot of this kind of like chilling about. And there's no real way to circumvent that other than to try and get some characters on different shards and then group them all up and hop them about that way. Not that I can't fill dead air time by just talking, because I never shut up to begin with. But it's not the most hyper interesting way of doing things. Teach the wife the basics, outsource the weeklies. She doesn't know her ass from her elbow when it comes to this sort of stuff. She doesn't really do gaming. Otherwise, I would have absolutely put her to work, you're right. This is kind of the thing, right? In between doing all of this, this is where I need them all to have enchanting, and I can be doing like, you know, I can be doing their concentration or something. This is the kind of the fill the gap kind of stuff that we'll do. And so then when something spawns, I just go kill it. My girlfriend tried WoW, Cobalt attacked at level 4, and I shit you not, she was running away screaming. Yeah. That's, I can see that being a thing. Enchanting's picked up really quickly and easily, yeah. Right, there we go, there's VV for example. And a Magno, apparently. That's an interesting one to have popped up. Not that I'm going to be able to get them over there in time. I don't think Magno's an easy one to actually chip away at anyway. Okay, either way, that's these lot mostly done with being up here. I'm going to go grab a Dark Fuse canister, summon him. Get them all their Dark Fuse kill for the week. Where's the NPC?
You been followed? Stick to the shadows.
Stick to the shadows. Now, I wonder, are they going to be good here? Or are they going to need to go a little bit further? I don't imagine they. I'm thinking if these two are good, then Dark Fuse dude is probably good. I don't think I need to move them.
Not gonna spread itself. Go deliver some newspapers, why don't you?
Grab some of you, grab some of you. 9, put you in the machine. It'll probably take me a few days to do a little bit of a test to see who can kill what from where and, you know, really get my bearings with this. But I think once it's, you'll get into a bit of a swing, into a bit of a rhythm, a routine with it. And I know there's that one huge, great big optimization fault of not having the rares on different servers for hopping, but that's something I'm probably short term just gonna live with. So right, here's the question. Did they get credit for killing that? No. Did not give them credit for killing that. Even though that was the distance between them. Do they really need to be even closer than that? Okay, so it might be that actually just hauling them on the flight path is not enough, that they might need to go even further. Apparently the flight path over there is still too far away to get credit for this kill. Do you think it's worth the cash to race change to Nightborn to level a fresh scribe? No. No. Just level a new Nightborn. Wait, hang on. I don't understand the question. It's definitely not worth the cash to race change, no. Because even with a race change, it's only going to be profitable some of the time. For Dark Fuse and Gizmo, I need to move from the flight path. Gizmo? Which one's Gizmo? Hang on, I need to change some settings in Silver Dragon. Magno? I guess you mean Magno. I was once told that the mob you want to loot must be close enough so that you can see it on the minimap. Is that how it works? That would make some sense. Yeah, it's not ticked it as like done. What am I changing here? I'm changing what it shows me. Where's the options to change that? In here somewhere? Those are fine. What I don't want is... There's the mobs. Where's the other icons? Hang on, what have I missed? Ignore list. Oh, zone, hang on. No, that's just the rares. Hang on, am I going mental here? Loot sounds. Play a sound for treasure. It's the treasures I don't want it to show me. Announcements. Treasures. Like that. That's what I don't want it to pop up all the time. Where did I find that? Treasures. Turn treasures off. Okay, right. So now I'm going to need to bring those in a little bit. I think what I need to do is just get into the swing of things a little bit more. Let's bring everybody back to the hotel. And I need Nitro. Nitro's recently dead. Bit of swigs. Maybe camp swigs. Feels like flipping amateur hour right now, you know. I can't get my head around this properly yet. Nearly maxed out my paladin as an enchanter using the catch-up mechanic with the shimmering dust. What would be a good profession to pair with it, and do all of the professions have the same system? There's a few professions that work quite well with concentration. Jewel crafting's pretty good. Inscription has a couple of options. Alchemy, but it's a pain in the ass and slightly expensive to level because you have to fish for recipes and stuff. It's annoying. Yeah, one of those really. Tailoring, blacksmithing, leatherworking are not really that viable. Not for concentration anyway, really. Blacksmithing has some stuff, but tailoring and leatherworking are pretty poor. These little windows, if we have to be within map view distance of the rare, what would be nice to do is to see the map, see what's on the map in more detail. Do we get that? What's that map add-on called? Pretty maps or something? What's it called? I don't know. I mean, I know K-Chat just does that, and it might actually just be the smart move. What? It's not much bigger, is it? Sexy map, that's the one. Yeah, that's the one. That might be the smart one. Right, Nitro's the last one I need, and then we can switch to a new team. Is that map going to be big enough? Can you choose what is displayed and what isn't displayed on the default map in-game without add-ons? Map filter. That's on this map. How do I change? Is there a way with the default UI to change what's on this map? I don't think there is there? Welcome to the world of add-ons. Some map options in here somewhere. No, keybinds, but near the zone name where the buffs are. Ah. Dig sites, no. Quest points of interests. Turn off random ass townsfolk. Still doesn't do too much, does it? Even turning like literally everything off. Yeah, I guess it's another add-on situation. See, the junk wall is up. This is one where we could just go... We could fly them all over to the junk wall. And by the time they get there... It's dead. Okay, yeah. This is... This is going to be a bit of a test for my sanity, isn't it? Is my OBS having a heart attack again? It is, isn't it? Every time I tag a mob, and it seems to be when it does it, there's no undoing it, which is a problem. It seems to be such that when it happens, and OBS is just gonna complain about it. Huge lag in slideshow mode again. Yeah. I don't know how I rectify this. The only way I was able to rectify it last time was to turn the stream off and turn it on again, which is not something I want to do. Okay. I'm going to have to figure out why my OBS is being a dick. Because it's literally having a heart attack and I don't know why. There's clearly something in my OBS that's not happy with how I'm doing what I'm doing. Because the rest of my PC is mostly fine. Boys and girls, I might leave it there for today. I might need to try and do a bit of testing and see if I can figure out why this dies. There's absolutely no reason my PC should be on live support when I do this. So something in OBS needs changing. Big thank you for joining. You can probably only, maybe, possibly, even if you're lucky, hear me right now. Have yourselves a wonderful weekend. I will figure this out and we'll do better on Monday. Yeah, have a good one. I'll figure it out for Monday. Peace.